In this video, we're going to do an updated vehicle preps video, and this one's going to cover the passenger side of the vehicle in the front row. So as part of this vehicle preps video series, I've been breaking up my vehicle into multiple tiers. Tier 1 is the front portion, Tier 2 is the back, and then Tier 3 is the very trunk area of the vehicle. We've covered a lot so far as part of this video prep series, although it's been a while since the last one. So let's do a quick overview of what we've covered so far. The first video that we did as part of this vehicle preps video series was of the Rescue Me escape tool. I have one of these located for all passengers within the vehicle. So I have a total of 5 of them in the vehicle, one for each seat and a backup one. These are not only for cutting your seat belts, but also for breaking the windows of your vehicle if you need to escape, for example, if you got caught in a flood. We also did a video on the Tier 1 modules on the driver's side of the vehicle, which included a vehicle documents module and also an electronics module that has a bunch of different cables and batteries in it. We also covered a signaling module for roadside assistance that included items like smart flares, reflective triangles, and safety vest. And then last, we've covered various vehicle fire extinguishers, whether those be ABC, Purple K, or most recently the H3R Performance Howl Guard fire extinguisher. Some other general items that I have in the vehicle are a cell phone dash mount for hands-free operation of my phone. In Seattle, you could get pulled over with a DUI for driving under the influence of electronics, so you definitely don't want to be on your phone while driving the vehicle, which isn't safe. I also have an Anchor USB car charger with cables for charging my phone. And last, I have a wired headset in this particular vehicle because I don't have Bluetooth in the Honda Element. I prefer the wired headsets even though I look like a telemarketer. And that's the high-level listing of the items that we've talked thus far for this vehicle preps video series. So for this video, we're going to be covering the glove compartment and the passenger side door of the vehicle. Now, the glove compartment is kind of like your EDC dump module for your vehicle, and oftentimes it becomes a little bit junky. It becomes almost like a junk drawer. I've really tried to have minimal stuff in my glove compartment so I could use it for a dump module if need be, but not all the time. So let's get started now with all the items that are included in the glove compartment. Now, one of the items that I do not have in my glove compartment are actual gloves because I prefer including those in either my EDC or in a go bag. I do have some work gloves included for having to do roadside assistance, but I have those in a different module. So the first item that I have in here is an ice scraper. This is mainly used for the winter times. And in the summer, I move it to the very back of the vehicle because it's not needed as much. This one's just a basic one that you could get off of Amazon, and it's just that one-handed small ice scraper. I also have a larger ice scraper that includes a brush on it, and I store that in the rear part of the vehicle. The next item is some hand sanitizer. Due to everything going on right now, I don't really keep this in the glove compartment too much, and I have it ready to go in one of the cup holders. But prior to that, I stored it in this glove compartment. It's good to have clean hands. I also have a rolling lint brush included in the glove compartment for removing lint from your clothes, which is still an ongoing problem for myself. The next item is a vomit bag. If you have kids that are riding with you, this is a definite must-to-have. These are the same type that you could get when visiting the hospital, and it's just used for, you know what, throwing up. These hold a large amount of liquid, and you just twist it, and then you could move it into one of the notches of the lip of the vomit bag to make sure that it doesn't spill. Also included in the glove compartment is a flashlight. Now, this one's a larger one than the EDC flashlight that I always carry, but it's good to have a backup. I've done a lot of different reviews of flashlights on this channel. I just happen to have one that I put into retirement in the glove compartment. You could also go with a flashlight that's specifically designed to be used for roadside assistance, although I find that those aren't as good of quality as something like O-Light would make. As an alternative, you could have a headlamp here, although I have a headlamp stored in the signaling module. The next item included is a small white canvas bag that I have for hygiene purposes. I like using these canvas style bags for this particular module because they're a little bit more durable than some of the other bags that you've seen on this channel. Plus, they're fairly inexpensive. So here's the items that I have stored in this small little hygiene module. The first item being a Travel John disposable urinal bag, previously reviewed on this channel. Again, if you happen to have kids that ride with you, you're definitely going to want to have a Travel John with you. Not only are they hygienic, but they're also leak-proof and have an odorless absorbent pouch prior to actually using them. I have 2 kids, and every once in a while they're going to say, "Dad, I have to go to the bathroom." So far, we haven't had to use it in an actual emergency, but if we were stuck in traffic and we really had to go, this thing would come in handy. The bag contains a material in there that sucks up any kind of liquid and turns it into a soft gel. So after around 30 seconds or so, it will not leak. Next, I have some Dramamine Motion Sickness Relief for Kids chewable grape tablets. These are designed for kids to prevent nausea, dizziness, and vomiting. They're fairly affordable, safe, and use a precise dosage. Pharmacists recommended they're from the ages 2 to 12 and come in this nice little travel case. They're dye-free, and 8 chewable tablets are included with each travel case. I have it still stored in the package so you have the actual instructions for the dosage. Again, this is for when the kids are in the back and say, "Dad, I don't feel well." Not only do we have the barf bag, as mentioned previously, but we also have some motion sickness relief. The next item are some mints. This is just a single tin of the Altoids Smalls. The next item included are some dude wipes. I have 3 of the individually wrapped dude wipes. These are kind of like baby wipes, but for dudes. Just in case you happen to have an SHTF situation while in the vehicle, these would come in handy. And the last item included are some Bic dental picks. Before going to the office or to any other kind of function, it might be a good idea to look in the mirror and see if you have anything in your teeth. If you do, these dental picks come in handy. And those are all the items that are included in this small little hygiene module. So as you notice, there aren't too many items in this particular glove compartment. I don't have any fancy magnets or anything special holding up all the items in here. I tried to keep it fairly basic. When out traveling, I've always appreciated when getting a rental car that the glove compartment is nice and clean. So I've tried to replicate that with my vehicle. However, oftentimes they still are prone to becoming a junk drawer of your vehicle. But if you really wanted to, you could still add some additional items in the glove compartment to hide from potential bad guys that are looking in your windows to see if you have anything of value. Now let's move on to the passenger side door of the vehicle where I store some additional items. The first item being a small first aid kit for minor wounds. This is just a very basic first aid kit that's very similar to the other ones that I've featured on my channel, for example, in my backpack. It has some over-the-counter medications in addition to some modern wound dressings like the Tegaderm and Aquacel. Nothing too fancy here, it's just good to have a first aid kit for minor boo-boos. The next items that we store in our passenger side door are some dog rescue supplies. I don't know what it is, but we always seem to find stray dogs or dogs that are running in the road and we're worried about them getting hit by a car, and we want to have some supplies ready at hand to be able to save that dog. I have a package of dog jerky that no dog will be able to resist. This particular brand was highly recommended by my local pet store. I went with the jerky strips over something that's a little smaller so the dog would be able to see that I actually have some food in my hand. I guess technically you could have human grade food here so it could be multi-purpose, but right now I just have some high quality pet treats. I have the people food stored in the back of the vehicle. And then I also have just a basic leash that you could use for large to medium-sized dogs. Hopefully the dog has a collar so I'd be able to use this. For the smaller dogs, I just pick them up. I kind of have dog whisperer skills, so I've been pretty good at this so far. Over the years, we've been able to save many different dogs that were out in the road and had the potential of getting hit by a car. So it's definitely good karma to have these supplies. And those are all of the items that I store in the passenger side door of my vehicle. That's going to do it for this video as part of my Vehicle Preps video series. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching it. Again, this one focused on the glove compartment and the passenger side door. Leave your comments below in the comments section on this video on what items that you store in the front area of your vehicles. Stay tuned for a future Vehicle Preps video where we're going to be moving over to the back seat portion of the vehicle where I have some additional items stored. So stay tuned for that and see you guys next time. Take care.